Hi everyone, I'm Julie Schiffman, and are you ready to tap today? This topic of forgiveness is a big one, so let's get ready to let it go once and for all. Do you have people in your life who you have a hard time forgiving? I often work with clients around this topic of forgiveness, which is a very tricky topic to address for a lot of people. Many people will rightly say, this person does not deserve to be forgiven. You have no idea what they've done to me or the people that I love. And while I completely understand how people feel this way, especially those of you who have been repeatedly hurt over and over again, and even if it's old wounds, this video is especially for you. I'm not here to judge you or your circumstances or your reasons for not being able to forgive. I'm not in any way judging you for feeling resentful or for your inability to forgive. But the truth is, when you can't forgive someone, you are allowing them to continue to take up space in your mind, in your heart, in your body, and in your spirit. And you deserve better than that. This might sound crazy to some of you, but forgiveness is actually all about setting yourself free. And this has nothing to do with somebody else. It is all about you, really. You might be thinking to yourself, if I forgive them, then I'm condoning their behavior and I'm letting them off the hook, and basically saying that what they did to me was okay. And this, in fact, is really not the case. You don't have to call this person on the phone. You don't have to send them a letter, unless, of course, you want to do that, you can. But forgiveness is more about healing your own heart and setting yourself free from feeling like a victim over and over and over again. If you were to think about why you won't forgive these people, it's probably because they've done something that really hurt you, maybe physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, maybe all of the above. Or maybe they've hurt someone that you love. And when you think about this pain and why you won't forgive them or why you can't forgive them, it might cause you to get all stirred up. You may be feeling angry or sad or scared or furious right now, even just listening to me talk about this. You're getting triggered big time. But see, that's what this is all about. The reason that you should consider forgiving someone is because it's still living inside of you. And the only person that it's hurting is you. If you think about right now the things that have happened in the past or more recently, you keep getting stirred up. And this person isn't suffering when you think about how angry you are or how frustrated you are at them. You might think you're actually punishing them in some way by not forgiving them, but in the end, you're only punishing yourself. You might have heard the idea that when you hold on to anger, it is like, or even resentment or unforgiveness, it is like drinking the poison and hoping that the other person is hurt or even dies. And in the end, you're really only poisoning yourself with negative thoughts, negative thought patterns, negative beliefs, anger, frustration, fury, perhaps hatred. And this weakens your experience to enjoy your life, not to mention your physical and emotional health. I think this is the best place to start tapping. As always, please remember to take responsibility for your own emotional and physical well-being. And as with all my tapping scripts, it's important to know that these are made very general on purpose. And you can feel free to change the words to your specific circumstances or situation, and it will help you much better. So let's begin. And I want you to start by just taking a big deep breath in and release it. This is your time. Just get centered for a moment, and we're going to start tapping. Even though I'm having a really hard time forgiving, I honor and accept how I feel about this. Even though you don't know my situation, and if you did, you wouldn't be telling me to forgive them. They truly hurt me. All of my feelings around this are valid. And I'm open to the possibility of healing around this for my own sake. Even though I will not be forgiving anybody. If I do, it'll be like letting them off the hook. Like I condone their behavior. So no, I won't be forgiving them. I accept myself and all of my feelings and resistance. I'm open to changing this story for my own sake. We're going to tap through the points. I can't forgive them. I can't forgive them for what they did to me. I just can't do it. I can't let them off the hook for the pain they caused me. I need to be angry so I don't get hurt again. I need to be angry and resentful to punish them. And honestly, they don't deserve my forgiveness. Some people just don't deserve to be forgiven. They caused me so much pain. Maybe I feel like they ruined my life. Maybe I feel like they ruined my childhood. This anger and inability to forgive is justified. I must punish them. And even then, it might never be enough. I will not, cannot condone what they did. And I don't have to. And this anger ensures that it will not happen again. Maybe I need to forgive myself first for holding on to this for so long. I'm open to forgiving myself for holding on to this pain. I'm open to forgiving myself for hurting for this long. Maybe I need to forgive myself for continuing to punish myself every time I think about them. This anger and resentment is serving me in some way. But how? I forgive myself for feeling as though I'm doing myself a favor. Who is this anger really giving power to? This anger causes me to give my power away. In fact, this anger and unforgiveness is giving the other person my power. I don't want to do that anymore. I want my power back. That's all I've ever wanted. To take my power back. Because when they hurt me, I felt I had no power. They seemed to have all the power, while I was left powerless. Do I really want to continue giving them the power? No. It's time for me to take my power back. It's time for me to own my power. Yeah, but this anger represents my power. I feel powerful with anger. This is why I need to stay angry and hurt. I choose to be open to the possibilities of seeing this differently. I do choose to step into my power. And I choose to remember that I have choices. Because I do. I always have choices. I'm making the choice right now. Right now. I get to choose my thoughts, my happiness, and my joy. I'm open to the possibility of forgiveness. I'm beginning to consider what it might mean for me to set myself free. I might not be there yet, but I'm open to listening and opening the door just a little. Perhaps forgiveness is really the act of letting go. For me. Not for anyone else but me. It's time for me to be set free. I've been carrying this burden long enough. I'm letting go of the blame, of being a victim, the anger and the hatred, which seethes in me. I wonder how it will feel to be set free. I'm choosing to make peace within myself. Even if I felt ripped off or hurt, abandoned. We all come from different backgrounds and experiences. And usually people hurt because they've been hurt themselves. And I'm not excusing it or forgetting it or condoning it if I don't want to. But I'm beginning to understand it. I'm taking my power back. It's time. I now own my power, not them. And this alone makes me feel like I get to choose for once. I get to choose my thoughts. I get to choose how I feel from here. I get to choose my freedom. I get to choose letting go. Such freedom from being able to choose. It's so liberating to be able to choose. I want to let go. I can actually breathe when I let go. I deserve this. Finally. Tap your wrists together and say peace. Take a big deep breath in. And really, really good work here. You might find that you have to tap through this a few more times before it really sinks in. Forgiveness can be one of the hardest concepts to wrap your head around and to really process. However, it's also one of the very most important concepts and the most important acts that you can do as a form of self-compassion and self-love towards yourself. And that's what's most important. Forgiveness runs incredibly, incredibly deep. If you feel like you don't know where to start with forgiveness, this is a good place. But when tapping yourself, remember to be specific. Tap on specific experiences and memories and things that came up. And of course, feel free to reach out to a tapping practitioner if you need help with this, because sometimes it can be tricky. This can be a challenge, and it's something that you need to stick with. You deserve it, absolutely. So, most importantly, remember that this act of forgiveness is about you and not them. Take your power back and move forward in your life. The experience, the situation is over, and if it's ongoing, I can promise you that if you can find a way to move on from it and to focus on yourself and self-love and self-compassion, your experience will change. You are worth it. You deserve it. Keep tapping. And remember to let me know in the comments below how this helped you, if it did, and feel free to share with others, because everyone can benefit from this. Thank you.